So let's talk about something we all love, music. But we're going to look at it in a way you've probably never really thought about, as this incredibly powerful tool that can, and I mean literally, heal the brain. We're going way beyond your favorite playlist and diving right into the neuroscience. Okay, let's get into it. I mean, think about that question for a second. Can a song actually unlock a lost mind? It sounds like something straight out of a movie, right? This idea that a simple melody could somehow reach into the depths of a mind that's been clouded by something like dementia and just pull a person back to the surface. Well, turns out this isn't fiction. It's a real thing. And it makes you wonder what kind of power is packed into every single note we hear.
And to really get how this works, we have to start with a story. So I want you to picture someone who's lost their connection to everything, to their family, to the world, maybe even to their own name. They're just isolated, unresponsive, almost like a prisoner inside their own head.
Now imagine this. One moment, that person is completely lost, totally isolated. And the next, someone plays a familiar song from their youth, and suddenly there's this spark, an awakening. Their eyes light up, they start singing along, and these vivid emotional memories just come flooding back. For that moment, they are completely reconnected with who they used to be. It's this profound, almost miraculous transformation. Yeah, it feels like magic, but it's pure neurology. This is not just some emotional reaction. It's a very real biological process going on. So what in the world is actually happening inside the brain that allows a song to trigger such a powerful response?
Well, the answer lies in this kind of neurological shortcut, a secret pathway you could call it, that the brain seems to reserve specifically for music. So let's unlock the mechanism behind this incredible miracle of memory. This brings us to this really cool concept, the emotion memory tunnel. I want you to think of it like a secret passage. So in a brain that's been affected by dementia, a lot of the main roads, the main cognitive pathways, they're blocked, they're damaged. But music takes a detour. It goes a different way, and it directly lights up the brain's pleasure and motor centers.
So here's how that pathway actually works. When you hear a song you know, it doesn't just go to your ears. First, it lights up the pleasure and motor centers in your brain. And this is the absolute key. This musical pathway completely bypasses the damaged parts of the brain. It just goes around them, reaching in and unlocking those frozen, deeply held memories. It's such an elegant and powerful workaround the brain has. But here's the thing. This whole phenomenon, it isn't just about memory. The therapeutic power of music is so much broader, and it impacts our physical well-being in some really surprising ways. So let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture here. We really have to fundamentally shift how we see music. We tend to think of it as a luxury, as art or entertainment. But the science is telling us it's something way more fundamental to our biology. It's not just a nice to have. I mean, just look at these examples. Music can physically change the brain's structure. That's a process called neuroplasticity, where the brain basically rewires itself. Or get this, for Parkinson's patients, a simple rhythm can provide an external beat that helps them walk more steadily. And this one is just incredible. In neonatal units, certain musical patterns can actually stabilize the heart rates and breathing of premature babies. This is literally music as medicine. And this quote from the source material, it just sums it all up perfectly. Music isn't just some cultural thing we invented. It has genuine survival value. Our brains are hardwired to respond to it in ways that can regulate our bodies, organize how we move, and even preserve who we are. Which, of course, leaves us with one last really fascinating thought. We are just scratching the surface of music's therapeutic potential. We've seen it unlock the past for people with dementia. So the question we have to ask now is, as we get better at understanding the brain, what other doors to our health, to our minds, to our future might music hold the key to?